What's up guys, in this video we'll look at how to retarget animation from Mixamo to Unreal Mannequin and then to a custom Metahuman character. I'll show you step by step an easy way to retarget the animation. Alright, to get started what we'll do is we'll select the third person template and then make sure the starter content is checked on, and I'll go ahead and give a name of animation retarget, and then I'll just hit create, and it should create a third person template character, and you can see, a third person template game. And I'll go ahead and create a new folder called Mixamo, and basically this will be a place where I will house all the Mixamo content. So I'll go to mixamo.com, go to characters, and then I'll select a character. I have already selected this Eli, so I'll go ahead and click on the download. But you can go ahead and select whatever character you want. So I'll go ahead and download it on a T-pose, and yeah, basically I'll just download. And once that is done, I'll go ahead and click that download and drag it to my Unreal Engine Mixamo folder. And I'll pretty much leave the default setting to import, so you don't have to do anything. And I'll just click on import all, and it should import our asset. And what you can see is they're like the skeletal mesh, the physics asset, and then the actual skeleton. So skeletal mesh is where you want to do the animation and stuff. And you can see this is a character, and basically you can see the character in here. Next I will go ahead and click on the add on the content browser, click on the Quixel content, and then drag this in here, and then go to Metahumans, and you can actually click on one of the Metahuman and download it. I've already downloaded to my local, so I'll just go ahead and click on the download and add to project, since I've already downloaded, so it's check marked, and so I'll just click on the add to project. The one of the issue you might run into Metahuman is it will take a long time, so if there is missing plugin, just click on enable meshing, and then and then if it asks you to restart, go ahead and restart your computer as well. Make sure you save your project before restarting so that you don't lose the project. And yeah, once that is imported and all the compiling is worked, then you go to Metahumans, go to Ada, that's my name of the character, and then bp_Ada. When I double click on it, if I go to viewport, I can see the character, and you can see the little stuttering, because if you see on the side, my shaders are compiling, or actually it is being prepared. So you can see the Ada is there loaded. Next, for our retargeting, we want to actually get the animation from the Mixamo that we want to retarget to the Metahuman. So I'll just go ahead and select the dance. One of the reasons I'm selecting dance is because it is a little challenging and it has some intricate movements of the leg and hand. So I'll go ahead and click on web hip hop, and then I'll download the animation without the skin. And the reason is we have already downloaded the character, so we don't need the skin. So I'll go ahead and click, grab this animation and drag it to the same Mixamo folder. And pretty much I'll just leave as it is. I'll make sure the skeleton is the same skeleton of the character that we wanted. And then I'm pretty much downloading the same animation. So I'm not going to play with anything, but I'm just showing you everything that should be in here. I'm using the exported time, and I'll do import all. And you can see the web hip hop dance animation, and it is already playing inside our animation window. So next what we'll do is we'll right click in here, go to animation, and then we'll create IK rig. So basically inside IK rig, it asks which mesh do you want to create the IK rig of, and we want to create for the Eli by K skeletal mesh. So basically go ahead and make sure you have that Mixamo character skeletal mesh, and rename whatever you want. I think I'm renaming here ikrig_Mixamo. And once that is in there, basically we are going to create the chain of the bones that we want to retarget. And for that I'll just dock this in here, go to the character up there and then click on the bones and click all hierarchy, so you can see the fully rigged bones in here. And yeah, you should see the bones. And pretty much this is we are creating the chains of bones for retargeting. So we'll have the chain name, the start bone, end bone, and goal. I'll start with the spine, and then I'll shift click on the spine too, right click on it, and then click on the new target chain from the hierarchy, and then make sure it is spine, and then click on OK. Pretty much for the whatever it says add goal, I'll just do no goal for this tutorial, so we are not going to do into the goal section. So we've added a spine chain. Next I'll do neck by itself the same way, make sure it is named neck, and then no goal. And yeah, pretty much you can see the chain is added on our right side of IK retargeting. And also the head by itself as well, the name is head. I'll do OK, no goal the same way. I'm not doing the top or eye, so I'll go ahead and start with the shoulder. But if you look at the shoulder, the name doesn't come as shoulder, it comes as arm. So make sure you are changing the name to the same bone or rig that we're selecting. And I'll go ahead and do that. For the left arm, I'll click on the left arm and then go up to the hand and then shift select, and then we'll again do the retarget from the bones. And then the arm is correct on this case, so we'll leave as is. We'll not do the thumb for now, we'll do thumb later because it's easier to by using control select and then do it at once. So we'll go ahead and do the same thing for right shoulder. Make sure you're changing name to right shoulder. And yeah, so pretty much I'm not actually doing this video in fast. I'm keeping it at a normal speed so that you can follow through. So right arm is right arm, so basically mapping it. Next we'll not do the fingers, we'll do at the end. We'll do a left leg and then go up to the left foot, so left leg up to the left foot, and then the name should be left leg. And just go ahead and click on OK and then no goal. We'll do the same thing for the right leg, so right up leg and then go up to right foot, shift click, and then basically new target, retarget, and then click OK and then no. And you can see that on the under IK retargeting you should see all of that. Another thing very important is in our hips we have to select it as a retarget root. Although technically the mannequin has a neck as a root. So for the fingers, what I'll do is I'll control click on each of this section. So basically I'm going from middle hand, so for each finger I'm selecting only three bones basically, and then I'm control clicking each. Right index 3, right middle 1 2 3, right hand 1 2 3, right pinky 1 2 3. So we can do this in a batch, a new retarget chain from the selected. So yeah, I don't think this is left arm, this should be left thumb, the naming. So we will have to basically rename it. You can see in there it says left thumb, so we'll just do left and then thumb, and then I'll do OK and then no goal. Do the same thing for the left index. Make sure you're renaming it appropriately so that it's easy when you do the IK retargeting later, which we'll do here in a minute or so. Once this is done, this is the hardest part, I want to say. So make sure you're selecting the proper names so it's easy. And another issue that we might run into is the pose, but I found an easier way to match the pose. Usually this is an issue because Unreal Engine has so basically the mannequin is an A pose, but the downloaded asset from Mixamo is in T pose, so we'll have to do some adjustment. But I found an easier way so you don't have to do the whole manual work of changing the angle. So basically here, make sure you're basically just it comes to automatically the one after another because we did this in a batch, so you don't have to do anything. You just have to rename and click no goal, and all of this is added into our IK retargeting. You can see in here, and yeah, pretty much our whole chain is mapped. Not mapped, but it is basically we have added it into a chain. So basically we have defined, hey, these are the bones for the structure. Next we'll go to animation, and then we'll go to IK rig and then retargeter. And it asks, what do you want to copy animation from? So we'll go ahead and select the IK rig that we just created. So that would be IK rig Mixamo. Make sure it is Mixamo and nothing else. And then go ahead and change the name to whatever you would like. I'll just say IK rig retargeter. I think I was struggling with the spelling here, but whatever name you feel like comfortable, just go ahead and make sure it is something you can understand. And yeah, this is the IK retargeter. There's a source and then the target IK rigs. For target, we'll go ahead and click on the mannequin. So Unreal Engine 5 by default comes with the IK rig, so you don't have to do all of that work. At least for the mannequin, it is already done. So we are just retargeting it to mannequin. So if you go on control and click on the IK rig filter, you'll see that. But even if you don't need to see it. So if you go under that IK retargeter section, you should be able to select right there under target. So go ahead and select the IK mannequin, and then you see this is very confusing. A lot of bones and two structures are right there on place. So what I will do is go to the character and then bones, and then I'll just do none on the bones so that you can see there. And then if they are in the same place, what you can do is you can put an offset on the X direction so that you can see the two characters. But the problem is the mannequin is in the A pose, and then the rig is in the T pose. And these are the mappings for the chain. So if I double click on this, the animation, if I go in asset browser and click double click on animation, you can see that there is some issue. And then that was the reason I was saying, because they are in a different pose, and also the chain mapping is not correctly done. So we'll have to do something here. Of course, the first thing is they are not in the same pose. So let's go ahead and change the pose. So what we can do is, it's pretty easy. I'll go ahead and click on the create. Make sure you are on a target source. So basically for mannequin, we are changing the pose. So I'll go ahead and import from animation sequence, and then I think it is mm_T pose. Yep, that was it. And then go ahead and click and then import as retarget pose, and there you go. Makes a lot easier to retarget. And then if you were to run, still I think it is better than the previous, but not quite well, especially in the hands section, and then also on the feet. So we'll go ahead and improve on this by using the chain mapping. One of the issue that we can see is on the root it says neck, but our character doesn't actually have a root. We basically have a retargeted root. So you need to change it to none for the root for the target. So chain mapping, go ahead and select the none for the root and make sure you're saving it. And for the spine, it is spine, head is head. See, the naming convention came pretty good. When it says clavicle, it basically we are referring to soldier. So go ahead and select the soldier. Left arm is left arm. Anywhere it says twist, go ahead and click on a none. We don't have that. And same with the metacarpal. We'll just go ahead and click on a none. I make it much easier so that it's easy to follow. So if it's same, if check to sure, make sure the names of the mapping are correct. Anywhere it says twist, go ahead and click on none. If it says metacarpal, to go ahead and select none. Same here, we found the metacarpal none, you know, for each bone. So I'm keeping the video at the same speed so you can follow along, because I know it is very confusing, especially if you're a beginner, you know, trying to follow along and get this animation retargeting correct. So if it says right clavicle, that means right shoulder. Right arm is mapped to right arm. Twist, anything twisty, go ahead and select none. Okay, and same with the fingers too. If it's right pinky, then right pinky is correct. But if it says right ring metacarpal, then just go ahead and click none. If it says anything metacarpal, none. And yeah, pretty much you'll follow along and do that for all of the chain mappings. And this is what will help you in mapping those animations accurately to the mannequin. Yeah. So anyway, I see twist, I've gone and selected none. Same with the left calf twist. So we have a left leg, but not the calf twist, not the thigh twist either. And anything which is we don't have foot root IK, so we'll go and do none on a pretty much the hand root IK, the hand gun IK. We don't have a gun IK either, so we don't need that. So pretty much I'll do none for the IKs as well. Yeah, so that should be all. Make sure you're saving it, and yeah, if you go in the asset browser and double click now you can see your animation is accurately mapped. Not bad at all. Look at the dance animation working properly this time. What you can do to export is basically go to asset browser, click on that, and then click on the export select animation, and yeah, go ahead and save the animation to whatever folder you want. I went ahead and I think I created a new folder called animation, and this is for Manny animation. So I said, hey, Manny to Mixamo animation. This is basically a prefix that gets added, and yeah, there it is. If you double click on now you have a Manny animation. So basically a dancing animation for Manny. Now what we want to do is we want to use the same retargeter. I'll just rename it, and then I'll just say this is for Mixamo, you know, so that we don't have to do double work. So I'll go ahead and duplicate this and make this, yeah, for the Metahuman character. Basically that's what we're gonna do right here. I'll go ahead and click on a Metahuman IK retargeter, and then since we want to go with the Metahuman retargeter, I'll go ahead and select the target IK rig asset to the Metahuman. Metahuman also by default comes with the IK rig, and then for this preview mesh, I think you have to do F underscore med underscore NRW body. And it is kind of weird that you don't see all of this rendered, but trust me, it works. So basically you can click on the animation and it maps. And then what I did was I basically went ahead and exported the animation for the Metahuman too. So the same way, asset browser, export selected, and then I went to Metahumans and probably create a new folder called animations the same way, and then I added a prefix saying, hey, this is Metahuman, Mixamo to Metahuman animation. Quite a long prefix actually. And yeah, export it, and then I think the next thing that I did was I went ahead and added a level sequencer. And then in pretty much in level sequencer, I imported the two assets. This part I kind of skipped a little bit so that video won't get too long. So I basically added the animation to the sequencer and then rotated my character so it matches, but you can see the character and then the metahuman both have the animation. Hopefully this video was helpful and you were able to understand how to accurately map the animation. If you feel like supporting this channel, then I'll add this to the Patreon account. Basically, I'll provide you with this project file so you can study and also play with it. And yeah, keep learning, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one.